Okay, I'm sorry about the Moira video, as I didn't realize why Moira and other low skill heroes can be so appealing.
Oh, poor baby, chipped a fang. Oh.
Moira's appeal to Overwatch players isn't just that she's simple and easy to understand, it's player psychology. Whilst I still believe there are design issues with Moira as she isn't a good stepping stone to other supports, her appeal is legitimate even if her skill ceiling is as low as the Titanic swimming pool. There is a place for the Irish scientist who clearly needs a new line of work and a better ethics board. But to show some love to her, Moira and other low skill heroes do have their place in Overwatch and aren't just filler characters that only appeal to low skill players, people who've given up on life, and noobs. However, it's not just the game design itself that makes Moira appealing, it's psychology and the human mind that makes a player gravitate towards Moira when there are clearly better options out there. TLDR, Moira Mains do have dignity.
Well, at least here you'll be treated with dignity. Now strip naked and get on the probulator.
Instead of making fun of Moira and playing the world's smallest violin at a skill ceiling, I want to explore why Moira and other low skill heroes can be fun, and it turns out human psychology is the answer. Moira isn't just an easy hero, she is a consistent hero, and it turns out players like consistency with their choices in heroes. And by the end of this video, people who only use Moira as their crash test dummy or the noob pinning scapegoat would have a better understanding as to why she is played. Let's get the obvious out of the way. Low skill heroes are a good gateway and a good stepping stone to higher skill heroes due to their similar gameplay mechanics. Soldier is a good start point for other hitscan heroes like Cassidy and Sojourn. Cassidy is less forgiving due to his lower fire rate, but like Soldier, he is hitscan and headshots are rewarded, so there is overlap. Soldier's railgun is similar to Morrison's pulse rifle, and her rail shot, like Soldier's helix rockets, are often a good way to finish off weak enemies, but with a greater emphasis on critical hits. Players gravitate towards heroes who deliver a predictable, stable performance over more volatile performances. High skill heroes like Wrecking Ball, Doomfist, Tracer, and so forth have higher highs but lower lows. In contrast, lower skill heroes often have a stable middle and lack the epic peaks and troughs that high skill heroes have. It's relatively smooth sailing for the noob friendly heroes. Some of these low skill heroes include Moira, Reaper, Soldier 76, and Mercy. These heroes are often considered low skill as they have a low mechanical and cognitive load. With Moira, you should spray and heal and lock onto someone to recharge. For Reaper, it's get in close, shotgun, and Wraith form out. Once you realize you tried to 1v6 the enemy team thinking your edginess will be enough to put them on ice. It didn't. Soldier 76 is the generic shooty bang bang Call of Duty guy with an aimbot, making him appeal to military shooters, and Mercy, who does not need to aim when healing or damage boosting, so her main cognitive demand is staying alive via her guardian angel and deciding when it's time to heal and when it's time to damage boost. The point I'm trying to make is that thanks to heroes not needing much from the player aside from a few button presses, it creates a consistent output regardless of the player's stress or match chaos, which can be a little out there. And players may want to play those heroes due to cognitive load avoidance, the subconscious or deliberate behavioral tendency to evade tasks, decisions, or environments that demand high mental effort. TLDR, people don't want to work their asses off when they play Overwatch. Some just want to kick their feet up and relax.
Oh yeah.
Now here's the real meat and potatoes of the video. The 3 psychological biases that make low skill heroes seem like a drug, even if you can get higher highs with the heroes that have higher skill ceilings. Number 1. Risk aversion. People tend to prefer a guaranteed moderate reward over a higher but uncertain reward. People prefer the safe option when trying to gain something, and in this case it's getting the victory. A player would gravitate towards the lower skill hero as the happiness and value they bring to the player and what they contribute to the team, whilst lower would be more likely due to the lower skill ceiling. A good soldier may get less kills than a good tracer, but considering someone farting on tracer can kill her, yeah, people may want the hero with an actual health bar.
Oh, you want it? Come and get it, Blinky.
Risk aversion also ties into reason number 2. Variance aversion. People dislike fluctuations in outcomes even when the average reward is the same or even higher. Humans are creatures of habit, so the player would rather play as the hero who gives them a consistent experience due to their lower mechanical depth over the hero who has high so high it might as well be this. But low so low, you might as well think it's this. Reason 3. Loss aversion. Losses feel worse than equivalent wins feel good, so the emotional pain of whiffing when you play Tracer or Genji outweighs the joy of popping off. In contrast, low skill heroes usually avoid those painful lows unless they are playing against heroes where the enemy player is skilled with a high skill hero like Doomfist. This would mean the total happiness and satisfaction of playing a low skill hero may be higher than a high skill hero, as humans don't like to lose. However, while psychology can work with low skill heroes, it can also explain the fun derived from a high skill hero and why players choose them, even if they are more likely to fumble the bag. First things first, the certainty effect. If a player is fully comfortable on a high skill hero, the risk disappears for them. A Tracer one-trick experiences Tracer like a consistent hero, meaning the Brit who could be killed by a light breeze is now a safe pick. If the player is rational, they would choose Tracer over Reaper every time, as they would choose Tracer over the low skill hero, as they are unlikely to come across the downsides and get more of the upsides. The only issue is if the low skill hero becomes meta, as you can have your cake and eat it too. Minimal requirements to play well and a massive return on investment. Think Malga when he was released. When paired with Kirka and Ana, he was unkillable for the longest of times, and all the player had to do to rack up the eliminations was to hold down the aim and fire buttons. However, the main culprit and king of low skill yet infinite rewards is Roadhog. That hook isn't too difficult to land, yet one hook and elimination can completely turn the tide of a fight. I won't get into too much detail as to why Roadhog is impossible to balance, as I previously made a video on this, link in the description, but the summarized version is this.
Tonight's the night we finally break the bat! Ooh.
I'm sorry about the Moira video, as even though she takes as much skill as saying your ABCs, that low skill, low variance, consistent and low emotional cost nature makes it appealing to play. The human mind just doesn't like the consistent nature of a Moira or a Reaper, it goes head over heels for it. Why play a crazy high skill hero like Wrecking Ball where it requires you to have a PhD in physics and aerodynamics, when you can just sit back and relax as Soldier 76 and shoot pulse munitions from afar and still provide a fair amount of utility to the team. So remember, boys and girls, don't flame the Moira mains too much, they're just learning how to play support, or they've given up on life. If you like this video, please check out my last video on why Reinhardt has no life, sort of, and why despite the rocket hammer being so addicting, it feels like babysitting when you play Reinhardt. This is Zach, not Zach, signing off. Please remember to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe.